Good job.
Morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, January 29th. This is the morning class, the AI Masterclass. Hello, everybody. Hello, Joey, Andre, Cesar, Felicia, Julio. Good morning. Um, who was not here last night? I don't think Joey was here.
No.
Cesar was here. So let me go over a bit of what we did last night because it was actually pretty good, really good stuff, I think. What do you think, Andre and Julio? Was that good stuff last night? Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So what did I do? Oh, Felicia too. Yeah. What did I do last night? So let's see what I did. It's all the stuff we've done so far. So I was able to fix the this make scenario, and what I wound up doing is creating. So this goes back to the Julio's car dealership outbound VAPI. There's a form that you saw, just a standard form, name, phone, email, opt in. Could be any form you want. And then once that form's submitted, I have two workflows just to make it a little easier to see. An opportunity is created, which I'll show you, and then it gets added to the workflow. And the workflow gets added to is make outbound call. So the make outbound call works on two triggers. So you can also add the tag outbound call yourself manually if you want. And that will send that webhook to make, which is this, which I'll paste for you if I didn't already do it, but you guys will have this. And this I set this up automatically. You don't have to do anything. What I did was this step here that gets the data in this snapshot that you'll have. I created custom values. I got rid of custom fields and I made custom values. Okay. You're going to put in your API key. You put in the assistant ID. So, the phone number, this assistant, if I want this one to call, this car dealership one, you got to grab this ID here. There's that copy button. Okay. And then there's the phone ID. You got to give it a number to call from. And this led us somewhere interesting yesterday. So there's the number to call. Here's where you get the ID for the number to call from. So that works fantastic. You can trigger dials one of two ways. You can add the tag when someone fills out that form. They come in as a new lead, right? So if I drag them into to call, my phone should ring in a second. So my phone's ringing. So I'm getting the outbound call. So that led us to some other issues in that, and this is how this progressed. So we did this, and then the number that we bought with VAPI was showing up as spam. It went through, but it didn't ring our phones, me or Julio's phone, because it's spam. And I'm like, oh shit, like that's going to be a problem that comes up because they know that VAPI is tons of people all over the world buying American numbers. So what we did is I taught you guys how to import a number from Twilio. Okay. So yesterday's training has me literally going into Twilio, getting a number, and then showing you how to find these few pieces of data. And that allows you to buy your numbers in Twilio and import them into here or any program you want, frankly. Samir was nice enough to let us know that if you call GoHighLevel, they will add Twilio as a phone service provider in addition to lead connector. And that just gives you a little bit more wiggle room with working with especially larger clients, but being able to own your number, right? You control it. You get an A2P thing with Twilio, etc. It is advanced for sure. But I just want to let you know that we did this last night. We did a voice clone that was super easy. We looked at a tool called aminos.ai that Felicia uses. I previously used it. It's a very easy to use chatbot tool that puts its own widget on any website. It's got its own little CRM in there. It can export to Make or Zapier. It has nothing to do with GoHighLevel. It's super duper cheap. I'm going to talk with Felicia about hopefully getting you guys some good deals on it. It's a great tool to give away chatbots just to get business. Literally, boom, here you go. You can make them in 15, 20 minutes if you want. So we went over that a bit yesterday. Then we started creating and put this masterclass slide. You guys, so y'all got invited to my G drive for this masterclass. That's where this file is. I'll also put it in the school group. But essentially, it's how to create an offer using all these P words here: person, problem, path, proof, pricing, right? and then the niche. And the reason that we have this data down here is because this is, if you could solve their problem and you have a path and you have some proof, testimonials, and a fair price, which this is definitely a fair price, you will sell this stuff all day long. So we use ChatGPT, and we essentially took I literally pasted in, I said, I need help coming up with a great offer. And I pasted in that Excel data, and it literally spit out a beautiful offer. It wasn't perfect. So I started tweaking it. I said, no, consider this a one-page offer sheet. I gave it some more details, and it starts spitting out a really nice sheet that you could use yourself. So you believe in your product, you have a framework to build content from, and you know what you're shooting for. Okay. And it shows all the benefit, all the problems, the benefit, the problems that they have, the solutions you're going to provide, what they get, how much it costs, proof. We talked about how to get proof. You want proof. It can be social proof, like he's a great person, I've worked with him before. It doesn't have to be he's the best chatbot builder in the world. That's awesome, but the more targeted the testimonials, the better, especially previous clients in your niche. And then even without us asking, it gave us a special offer, right? I didn't love this offer here, so I kept doing it. So I kept tweaking this prompt. It was okay, this offer here, but I didn't go any further because I wanted to show you that just by changing the text here, we changed it to a dental spa, same path, AI powered CRM, same, the proof. I had it come up with examples. We raised the price a bit, and then we added a few more problems that it'll solve. Answer the phone after hours, deals with too many clients, and we put it in here. And it came up with a really nice offer out of the box, right? First crack. And this is neat. Like, it doesn't talk about lead scoring in this offer here as an extra bonus they're getting, but it without me telling it to do it, it came up with a cool offer where after 3 months, you can go back and analyze their calls using the lead scoring workflow kind of thing I gave you. And that's a $1,500 value, right? So you could add to this, you could have ChatGPT give you as many special freebie offers as you want that, are just time on your part. Okay. So there was a mistake. So I had it reverse the prices, and I put it in a workspace, and it spit out a really nice, solid offer that makes sense. It's affordable for them. It makes money for you right away because you're charging. This was backwards again. This is wrong here. So still making an error, but nevertheless, the exercise was to have a very simple sheet that you create. Very simple. Just fill these out for any niche, right? And then you paste it in and have ChatGPT write your offer. Then you work from that. And then we talked about that if you guys are offering your services with your SaaS, and if they say no, say, okay, well, you can downsell them to, here you go, here's my affiliate link and a snapshot. Good luck if you want to try it. If you want to use GoHighLevel, you think you can do it yourself. So you can always downsell this and try to make some extra recurring revenue. And we also talked about one other thing where if clients say, no, this is too expensive, this is not too expensive. If your clients can't afford this, literally can't afford it, and they're not lying to you, go to find another client. They need to be making 500 grand a year as a business. I'm not saying you can't take smaller clients, but this is not a number to balk at. $10,000 a month, that's a lot, but it isn't a lot if you're doing this for doctors and lawyers and generating a ton of revenue, because there's a value to your service, and don't diminish that. You're not just selling the time it takes you to make it, you're selling the results, right? And that offer sheet is selling results. So always sell results, don't sell the journey. They don't care about the car ride. They care about the destination. Okay. Then what else do we do? So then we made an ROI calculator, and it was crazy data so that you could basically, I redid. Oh, Felicia, what's up?
I just had one thought.
Yes, ma'am.
I agree with you on the get another client train of thought. But what if you are the startup people low? Is there a path to get them to growth so they can pay you that we could
That's a
look
good
into?
question. That's a great question. So honestly, if I have a client where, first of all, if I'm just starting out, I'll take any client, right? Take the clients, because that you could also get clients for testimonials because those are valuable. So if you do have a
Yes.
client that doesn't want to pay you a lot and can't pay you a lot, but you believe in the client and you think they're going to use the services you give them and they're not just going to, do nothing with it, you can give it away. in exchange for a solid testimonial. You have to go on camera, you have to use your cell phone. I want a video testimonial from you. And you could write the text out and use it in blurbs and stuff, but that's a decent payment in return for building something for someone. And then since I have like the ultimate plan for CloseBot and GoHighLevel, I tend to just, I won't even charge them for that. If they're a small, tiny company that I believe has a future, and I'll just deal with it later. So it is hard to say no. It isn't easy to say, oh, you don't make your small company go, leave me alone. It is hard to do. I mean, because these are nice people. You're talking to them, they want your product, but they balk. But what I'm kind of getting at is that if they literally, so get rid of the setup fee, but they have to pay you something, right? Because it does take your time, and it does take, and then if you're going to throw in, I'll pay for the open AI, I'll pay for any chat or phone calls or SMSs. Like, they may be a small business and it's not too much, but don't get taken advantage of when you give this away, unless you're starting out and you need the business. I mean, shit, I'll give clients a whole year. I'll do it for them and a cool chatbot and give them a whole year of free GoHighLevel for like $3,000 up front. And they pay that. So it's if you want a lot of more money up front, you can do that too, right? Or if you're willing to hold off, you can say, why don't you pay me $297 a month for the year, and that's more than $3,000, and then charge them, give me like $500 for the setup, because it is going to take me an hour or two. And then you can negotiate with it, give it for free, whatever. But that's a good point. It is hard to say no, but if you're trying to scale and you have some success, try to move up to the clients that can afford you without really, like, their no answer is never no, I can't afford it. It's no, I'm not interested. No, it's stupid. No, I don't believe in AI. That you can get past. But if they literally don't have money, that's no good for anybody.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you think? I mean, what do you think? What's your opinion on what I just said?
Yeah, I mean that's a good path, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm trying to bait them in, because most of my market tends to be the little bitty guys that want to just, they really need to hit the ground running, and they need something that's going to bring them
Right.
clients. Like,
So
I want to be the solution, but I don't want to break their bank either.
for the
So
little bitty
usually I
guys,
do like a scale. Usually I do a scale that says, okay, I grow as you grow.
that's good. That's smart too. I mean, there's so many ways to do it. And here's the other thing: you can get rich off a little itty bitty guys very easily. You just have to have a way to automate the onboarding. If you could automate your onboarding or have a cheap VA doing the majority of the work, that's a totally different story than if you're just on your own or with one, because then you could truly scale. So, for instance, if you have plumbing clients,
I've got a lot of $2 an hour VAs, so we're
right.
good.
So VAs can do so much of the grunt work of mass onboarding, but if you make a good onboarding form, what's your company's name? What are some goals you want? Like just basic stuff, you could get everything prepared for them. And truthfully, if you have a good enough offer that's solid in terms of what they're going to get, they're going to get this, this, and this. So the onboarding is just making the knowledge base. And
Yeah, if I
you can
could
almost
get
do
that,
without them, to be honest with you, if they have a website.
yeah, if I could get, I'm sure that even my itty bitty guys could do 47 a month.
Right.
If we
That
could get a
adds up.
good enough, yeah, if we could get in a good enough automation flow, yeah, that's probably going to be what you're going to do for me, maybe.
That's what school does. I mean, they charge you a little bit of money and they give you all the tools you need, but for that price, it's going to be a done do-it-yourself package with training from you. So for $47, that is 100% do-it-yourself. Here's this GoHighLevel account. Here's a snapshot. Here's an aminos thing for you, Felicia. Here's a CloseBot thing for you. No voice, none of the advanced stuff, right? And that's how you get them to go higher, is to just sell them more advanced features. But for $47, it really needs to be a do-it-yourself feature with maybe an hour of onboarding if you're paying someone $5 an hour. But that's just not a lot of money to make unless you have 100 of them. Then that's great. But
Yeah.
still only $4,700 a month, right? So you need 200 or 300 of them to make good money. But
And then some of them grow and
right,
start
that
to
too.
be big.
So have your 3 tiers like in GoHighLevel SaaS. You got your low do it yourself, done with you, done for you. Those are the 3
Yeah.
tiers. And the full down sell is here's my affiliate link, please. Good luck. So
Yeah.
okay, I'll make a chart of that.
That'd
What's
be
up?
awesome.
So this is a question I had that relates to the to what was just asked. So I thought about it the other way of what you kind of just mentioned, where like the foot in the door would be like a lower tier voice option that's essentially just like after hours phone call with not a
Yeah,
lot of like back end. So I
like
just
this. So I made this site
Yeah, I
where
love the after hours path too.
it's so cool. And this is that calculator, like how many calls you miss. This is getting sexy for sure. And then, but this is a site I made quick where these are free SaaS plans. Here's your free giveaway. And the way you give away something for free is you limit it. You get 10 minutes a month. You get 30 calls a year or something really small just so they get a taste. Because you are going to lose money if you keep doing this forever. It's zero. Well, depends on how much money you have to lose, right? But look at this is I'm not going to do this stack anymore because I want to try. I want to charge something that shows they're serious. Free
Couldn't
people,
you
you're going
do
to get.
like couldn't you
What is,
do like a $3 a month instead of a zero? Because that's almost zero. And it would cover your tiny bit of usage.
I they're going to take advantage. That's just not enough money to make it worth it. If I'm giving away a free plan, it's a 30-day trial. And then it's like, this could be $47. If you can't afford $47 a month, you are a charity case. Give it to them for free.
To be honest, I do charities too.
Well, that's different. That's totally different. Charities, you're not charging. So I was giving people wanted me to do anything charitable. I'd give them the whole kit and caboodle. That's charitable. Don't just give them the bottom line. But if they're a real business, don't give it to them for free. If they're a charity, give them as much as you can afford to give them for free because you're going to help them and they'll become a testimonial and it's good experience. Because an outbound charity dialer or maybe an outbound SMS fundraising bot, an incoming phone, chat widget, answer their Facebook page. Man, I mean, if you're willing to work for free for a charity, I hope they hopefully really appreciate it because you can provide a ton of value to a charity, and you could even run the charity through this offer maker just to show what they're going to get for free. I mean, you could make money eventually working with charitable organizations as you move up because they do have revenue to spend on tools and features and resources if you choose to charge.
I have 3 charities already.
Okay, keep the
Some of-
charities. Do it for free. It makes you look good. Advertise that. We click here for charities. Like let people know that you do charities. I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing, and they're going to have contacts. They'll have referrals. There's people that volunteer and saw what you did. Charities are good, and I give them as much as I can afford to do, and pay for everything.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I would do it for charities. But I'm not going to be charitable to a business that's trying to make money unless they're a family or a friend or I really believe in them or I have a piece of it. The other way to do work for free, guys, is with rev shares. It's hard to monitor, but it means you can, you have to have them be transparent and be willing to share data with you. But if you do a rev share, I'll do your whole thing for free. Give me 25% of all the revenue that comes in through these channels. So if you're doing someone who's raw lead gen and getting like window installers and they're just the middleman and you work with them as a partner, it's just extra money in their pocket. They tend not to say no on a rev share because it's something they wouldn't do anyways and it's free. So attempt rev shares. Andre.
Yeah, just to add my 2 cents, I guess. Giving everything for free, I mean, it doesn't work. They don't, in my experience, they just don't take you seriously. You
Agree.
gotta give something, one offer. I mean, just one service, one offer, fully automated, one and done, doesn't take much
Yeah,
of your time.
it's a great
And
point.
I mean, if you want to sell it for maybe $7 a month, do it. And then, what's working right now, what I'm hearing from people is, I mean, offer them a free chatbot, just a simple chatbot for free, and get them at 297 or whatever, and just say, okay, instead of $1,000, $2,000 for your chatbot, I'll give you your first bot for free. Go that way to get the 297 at least first, when we're starting. But just going out and saying, okay, it's all free. I mean, they're just going to take it because it's free and they're going to quit.
I tend to agree with that. That's what
I mean,
all
they're
the
not going
training
to
I've
take you
had
seriously.
says the
Yeah,
same.
they're not going to stick around if it's free.
Yeah,
So
if
it's
they're a
like,
real
okay,
business.
oh yeah, I'll charge you 97, but okay, I'll give you this, and that for free instead of just reviews, for example, which is so easy, one and done.
Yeah.
But then you can, yeah.
So what Andre's saying is really accurate in that if you want to make good money faster with the same product, if you can get a big upfront fee that pays for the whole year and you could pitch a group of people, that could be like 80 grand in your pocket in one weekend, rather than getting this guy at 297 and another one at 297 and another one at 297 and another one at 297. Think about the math of the things, which is why I like these setup fees or these upfront one-time fees and the fees that are monthly that come with some tech support. But free does tend to, at least for businesses, I have a lot of free tools that I never use. So you're going to be paying for their free tool or using up your time and energy. But again, if you're doing charity and that's part of your core beliefs in business, go full out. I mean, you could do just charities. I don't know how, eventually you'll find a charities that'll pay you, and you could probably get funding as a company that is charitable, doing charitable conversational AI, frankly. I'm assuming you could do the same thing and become a charity. You could even make a charity arm that does free stuff for charities. Everyone should do that, frankly. Julio.
Yes, I totally agree with the charity part. It's like good business to be charitable, so that's good. But my experience at least is that when you give something away, like not charity, but zero, the value perceived is lower, so they don't take you seriously, and so there's no value in there. You have to have some skin in the game, so to speak. So my business approach is always to charge. Now the thing I most have trouble with is mentally, maybe because I'm in Mexico, but charging more, it's always been an issue for me. But what happened with my experience is I started charging $250 for a setup, okay, a normal like AI chatbot. And I was worried that in Mexico they would pay for it. So people started paying 250 and then a retainer of high level for forever, right? A monthly retainer. But my mindset said, oh, I'm having the same kind of the difficulty signing up a 250 setup, and I just started charging $1,000. Different, same bot, same setup, but I started charging 1,000 instead of 250. And it's giving me the same difficulty signing one people up. So I said, oh, why did I charge 250? I could have just charged whatever is worth my job and what I'm providing, the result as you said. So maybe we're just focusing on lower paying clients that is going to take the same effort to higher paying clients to get. So that's my own experience. I started selling bots at 1,000 setup and a retainer fee. But since the exercise we did yesterday, why don't I charge $2,000? Why not?
People will pay it all day long.
It's the same effort on my side, the same effort to get them to sign. So why not charge 2,000? Not going to be the same clients, but the people that bargain, oh, it's too high. I don't want those clients anymore.
I 100% agree with you, man.
They should see the value of what I'm providing. If they don't, and I tell, because I started doing some affiliate, like getting a full affiliates in to my offer, and I started saying then to them that if they don't sign right now, they don't sign later on, because this is so brand new, so to speak, that they don't see the value. But they're going to see it when their competitors start like using AI. They're going to come look for us again and say, hey, I want your service. Yeah, my service is now $2,000. So we want the people that are ready to be in AI right now, and those people are willing to pay. That's my experience as
That's a great observation. I saw Felicia gave a thumbs up or something there, but you're right. You have to believe in yourself. You will be shocked when you just throw out a large number that you know it's fair because you've seen other people do it, and the client just goes, "Okay, how do I pay? What's the link?" And as soon as you do that, your confidence is going to shoot through the roof. And you'll be able to charge the same amount or more. And that's definitely a skill, is to believe in yourself. Don't have imposter syndrome, which is, I don't feel I can charge this much. I'm faking being an AI developer. What do I know? If you guys are in this class and are in my group You know so much more than most of the like 98 or 9% of the country. Seriously, in making these bots. So this is a great skill, but charge for your skill, and your life is going to be easier if you can, like Julio said, if you can offer the same service for more money with the same amount of effort. Why wouldn't you? Yes, clients are going to be like, I can't afford you, and you really want to work with them, then figure out a deal, rev share, longer term payment plans, whatever. But hopefully you guys will start charging a lot of money for your bots. And the worst that happens is they say, oh, that's too much, and then you start going down from there. But if you have a great offer built, they're getting so many things. Like you get this, 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 you get this. So I don't know if anyone takes Russell Brunson's courses for offer stacking and stuff, but that's a great skill to learn too. Just provides so much value for the price that how could they say no, right? All right, cool.
I think my price is way too low on my offer.
I agree. $47 is crazy for a business person.
Not even that. Like my big high ticket is only 5,000, and if you saw all the crap that I'm giving for it, should be 50.
Go 10. Don't be afraid. The worst that happens is they're going to say no, and you lower your price or you offer more free stuff. Don't be afraid. The best part that happens is they do say yes, and you just made $10,000 and had a confidence boost. Don't be afraid to raise your price. Try it right away.
How about I do the 10 and I add the chat bot stuff a little bit heavier, or the voice part, because I don't have anything on that.
Run it through here. I mean, run it through ChatGPT so you really add a lot of value. But I showed you how to make an after hours voice bot. You can do this for your business. Don't do anything more complicated. Don't be like, oh, we'll go in your database. We'll look for customer records. None of that nonsense. Just what I showed you. That's a great value offer. What do you pay a receptionist? Oh, $15 an hour. Okay, well, this is $6 an hour, and they're on the phone the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, add more value with the tools and skills you're learning, and the free stuff that GoHighLevel and all these tools allow you to basically set up once and forget it. And as you get better and better and faster, it's going to get easier and easier. All right, so I want to move on. Caesar, let's help you out, buddy. Are you there, sir?
I'm here.
You want to work on your niche,
Yeah.
your business? Okay, cool.
Perfect. Let's do it. I was looking at it. It's probably very similar to that car dealer one. That's pretty much what I was thinking as well. But
The outgoing car dealer bot?
yeah, it sounds very similar to the way most life insurance agents that
Life insurance. Let's do life insurance. So
yeah. Well, no, that's what I mean. But I'm saying that the setup for the auto seemed very similar to the setup for.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're all the same. You just run it through ChatGPT, say change my niche. Now, this is a self-selling demo. Is that what you want? Or do you want to do a demo of someone selling you insurance on an outbound call?
Yeah, no, I prefer the demo where we do a little bit of a pre-qualification and then set up an appointment. That's basically
okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. We'll make up a.
Just a little I was a financial advisor here in Canada, and there's regulations for selling financial products. You need I'm not even sure you can do it with a bot. So you got to qualify, you got to put other things, and then you got to transfer it to someone who has all his tickets. So you got to be careful.
I mean, this is not to sell, but it's not.
Perfect.
This would be a finance. The niche that I focus on, that I deal with, especially the other agents that I know that would be interested, is final expense. They're usually under $20,000 policies. So it's not. It's not considered part of any of the FINRA or anything regulations like that.
Yeah, we had to hire receptionists that had all their licenses just because they could filter, because they couldn't answer any questions. And
that would be the case here for this.
Yeah.
Sounds like a scam to me.
I'm
I'm serious. All right. So we're going to build a voice bot for insurance. What was the name of the exact type of insurance? Final cost insurance?
Final expense insurance. They call it final expense, burial insurance.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do this. Not regulated. I just want people to know, because I'm sure someone else will ask.
I mean, well, we can't say it's not regulated. Insurance
Right.
is regulated by
It is
the state,
regulated.
you know.
I'll
Life
let people
insurance
figure
is-
that out. I'm not going to have liability. You can use this or
Yeah,
not.
no,
I
this
won't-
isn't, again, I'm familiar, I've been doing it long enough. I know what we'd be able to ask or not ask and record, you know, so.
Yeah, cool. All right. So this is going to be an outbound dialer. To opted in list.
Right.
Yeah, just to be clear, this isn't cold calling.
That-
Okay, so
That's the main rule right there, opted in.
Yeah.
So,
totally. So, all right. So let's see here. I don't know insurance that well. Let's see. Let's do this.
mhm.
Let's make a new GPT. And I'm going to say I need to make a simple outline for a chatbot for the final expense insurance industry. Oh no, for a voice chat bot. For outbound voice AI chatbot for the final expense insurance industry. This bot is calling an approved opted in list. Be sure the bot follows all rules for making outbound AI calls. This bot will ask qualifying questions. What are these qualifying questions?
The pre-qualifying questions that we would need, one, are they, well, for us here, are you a US citizen?
Okay, hold on, let me write these down.
And that basically because we need a social to be able to apply.
Okay.
We'd want to know what their age is. We want them to be over 50, 55 primarily.
Okay.
That's primarily.
So we'll do the qualifying part after.
Okay,
Like we'll do the calculator router after. Okay.
yeah, sure.
Are they US citizen? Their age? What else?
If they have active checking account or in an actual bank,
In a US bank.
yeah,
And then let me do 0, name, phone, email,
right.
etc. Right.
City and state.
Okay. Okay.
Outside of that, then the last thing is what amount of coverage that they're looking for. And up to 50,000.
Up to 50K.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to say the prompt will ask one question at a time. The bot is friendly and supportive, friendly and helpful. What do you want to name it?
I don't know. Let's call it I guess let's name it Victoria, like my daughter.
There you go. Name Victoria. Now I like to add this in, try to use programmatic style prompting. Programmatic style prompting. And I made that word up, but essentially it does those if else's and puts 1, 2, 3. It seems to work. Unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, like, why study anymore? I go to, honestly, could you imagine being like a kid in college? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
My
Before they knew what this was, like the few months when they didn't know about OpenAI, oh my God, was that the best? Perfect.
my wife is a clinical instructor for nursing, and she uses it to make all of her like course stuff now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
It's crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
The doctor's talking to the mic. That's AI.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is incredible. So let's just, because I want to see how it works. Let's make you a the new assistant. It's got some complicated flows in there, so we'll have to work. That's gonna be the harder part, frankly. So let's create this assistant, and this is the outbound outbound insurance. Okay. And then I also like to have the chatbot please give me, actually it did. So when you do it, it usually gives you the initial greeting here. So you're gonna want to take that out of the prompt because it's actually gonna do this. I don't know their name. We're not gonna get that complicated. Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna take this message from just here. I'm gonna paste in here. Hi. Hi. Exclamation point. This is Victoria. This is Victoria. This is a copy of your request for filing insurance message. Just to confirm you opted in to receive this call, right? So now I'm going to take this again. Sorry. And the reason I'm copying it like that, well, I can just do it like this. I'm pasting it into here. You can, if you wanted the formatting to stay when you copy it into Word or something, you have to, if you click copy, it doesn't transfer it. So, but I don't care for this. So watch. All right. So I want to take out the initial greeting. It doesn't need. So here's what I'm going to do. So this is actually going to be 2. No, this doesn't need to be 1. I'm going to make this. Okay, so you got to let it know that it already said this. You have all, and the reason, I'll explain why I'm doing this. Already said the greeting.
Hey,
So,
most of these, if we're gonna do outbound calling, it would have to have you know, they do have to be through an opted-in lead. So most of the data, now that I'm thinking about it, most of the data would already be
oh, you
collected.
have their name and phone.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's already
good.
collected. I mean, I guess we could just verify
Well,
it.
so this is probably beyond the scope for the class, but in order for that to work, where like you knew they existed in a database and the call kind of knew they were in the database, that's a whole different thing with connecting to
I see.
make first. The other
Uh-huh.
thing you could theoretically do is once the conversation is over, if they're already in the database, it's going to update their contact info in the database, GoHighLevel, if you're using GoHighLevel, hopefully, as it is. So you'll be able to do the after conversation stuff on their contact still. And like I said, it's out of scope, but yes, you could take their name, all the existing stuff you know about them, and send it to VAPI first, but that's out of scope for this class. But it is possible. It involves doing this. I forgot the word. It's like not programmatic prompting, but essentially, um, uh, this thing here, it uses like it makes a. Don't totally know how to explain this, but like I said, this takes the number of your dynamic assistant and it pulls it into make, and it has all that text. And if you know what you're doing, you can take that text with and put variables in there with a GoHighLevel connection. I'm not worried. I'm not going to do that now. Okay.
Yeah.
That's way too advanced. But that's that's a $10,000 job, easy. Honestly, like if someone came out of the woods, hey, you make this for me, like, oh yeah, 10, 20 grand. But
Yeah.
after it's done, no one else has this thing, and the
Yeah.
potential is massive. So there's the exclusivity and the newness factor to this, and the fact that not many people know how to do the full circle quality conversational AI with a decent CRM and routing out to numbers and getting it into Make and exposing it to open to other API keys. This is pretty advanced stuff. So you can charge a lot for it. But let's pretend that this is an outbound list and we don't know that information. It'll just ask it. And I could remove it theoretically and just ask for their phone number and then map that to their name. So let's do that actually.
Okay.
So I want to get their name. So I don't know their name, so I can't confirm anything. So let me rewrite this part. I'm going to say rewrite this part since I don't know their details in the voice prompt yet. And we'll deal with it after. So then I paste this in and it's going to rewrite it for me. And then I'll take out the stuff I don't. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this. I'll copy it. Yeah. See, it removes that formatting if you go that way from here. So I'm going to copy it from here and paste that here and get rid of this little blurb down here. Okay, now I'm going to ask this question because I want to see if I can get this data out on the final call. I think that'd be a good thing to have anyways, right? Closebot skips it if it knows it, but it's not going to hurt to learn how to do it. But theoretically, the more advanced way, you could have a function call in the beginning that's synchronous, meaning it's going to wait for a second till it gets back the information. Like, hi, thank you for calling. One moment, please. It knows the number from caller ID. You could send it to Make, query GoHighLevel, see if it exists. I mean, it's doable. I'll probably do it someday, but it's complicated, right? I'm sure I'll do it for someone soon. So let's try this bot. So wait, let's give it a voice. I heard that Azure is pretty good too. Try Elvira. No, Elvira. That's Elvira. Luna. Oh, no, I see. It's a different accents.
Virus sounds like a disease, man.
Elvira, the mistress of
Like
the
a
dark.
virus.
Let's see. I'm looking for English. Not many. Amber. Whatever. All right. I'm keeping that default sound on like she's cold calling from a call center. So let's call it. Try it again. What is going on? I pay my bill. Yes. I did. Is anything set up weird? Well, I've got that different voice on it. That shouldn't matter though. Huh. Let me try a different voice. So when your clients call and they're pissed off because their voice isn't working, this is a good thing to know. Status.vapi.com. So, oh wait, sorry, .ai. I think they buy this number for all that money they have. All right, so see, look, they're having a Supabase outage. So you'll find that most services, OpenAI, 11 Labs, VAPI, CloseBot, they have some sort of a status page like this. So just know, if you do have live clients, to just look at the status pages. And also, this is important. If you're selling conversational AI that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, never say it's going to work 100% of the time. Always say 99% or something. No service in the world promises 100% uptime, not Microsoft, not Facebook, none of them. So over time, the year, if you were down for a half hour, that's teeny percent. So be very clear that it's never, ever guaranteed 100% uptime. You can never, ever make that happen. Not yet, at least. All right. So there's a problem with VAPI. So let's move on here and prepare this bot here. So we know that at the end of this call, it's doing a lot of things here. So this is doing if no end call. So I know that I need to do functions. I need this end call here because it's going to end the call. That's set off at first, which you don't want. So remember that. So I'm going to go to publish. Okay, so it's going to end call. Okay, so if they say no end call, collect information one question at a time. Why is this 3 there? Okay. Okay, compliance and best practices. 2. Oh, I see why. So these numbers are off. So hold on, let me have this rewritten real quick. Okay. I'm going to add this in here because remember I added this here on initial greeting. So I'm going to copy this whole puppy here. And I'm going to say to ChatGPT, I can say, okay, I made changes. Changes below, but the numbering is out of order. Please double check this prompt and give it to me in a workspace. Actually, let's do code block. This is another way to do it, which is nice too. So it puts it in a plain text close box. Another way. Okay, cool. Didn't see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I didn't copy that in. Let me fix this. Okay, And then I'm going to go copy this whole puppy and then do that. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So in 2 where it's, the wonder if it doesn't say that it already, whatever, I'll fix that. So I want to put this one line. Okay. So slow compared to DeepSeek. Now I'm DeepSeek. It's I don't trust that thing as far as I can throw it. But it's pretty cool. All right, so I want to edit this
locally.
You could. I'm not gonna do that though. I don't know. It's so cool. But it seems like they stole to do it. So, but it was definitely a shot across the bow. Wait, save the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this. Wait, where did it save it? It made a new workspace faster. All right, I'm gonna copy this, put it in here, and get rid of this bottom chunk it adds. Before I go, I don't want to. That's a compliance closing statement. Is that accurate?
No, we don't need it.
You don't need to do that. Okay.
No.
So it adds. Okay, cool. Publish that. Okay. Hi. I'll change this real quick. Okay. I don't know what this slash is. Oh, look, I said programmatically, and it's doing like a programmatic backslash. Cool. I'll detect emotion. And I'm going to go to, I'll keep it on 3.5 cluster. Let's see how that does. It's a little cheaper. This has no knowledge base about the industry, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, it's down. Shit, I can't do anything. All right. So let's finish looking at our prompt then and figure out what we need to get ready for. All right, moving from our list, have a great day. So that's a nice thing to say, but to do it in reality is complicated, but I'll leave it in there. Name, city, state, email, city requirement, proceed, unfortunately is covered, end call, end call, end call. Which route works for us of you? It's going to give me an answer. Transfer to a live agent. So this is cool. So I'll put in the function. I'll do the forwarding number will be well, I don't want it to be my number. Let me see. I have other numbers. What's my other number? Hold on. I have another number I can use. Info. Okay, so this will forward to this number at the end if they request to speak to a person. This is obviously optional. Okay, so then I'm going to need to make a function just for this. So I'm going to go over to tools and I'm going to do new tool. Well, you can't copy them, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm going to need a make scenario ready to go. So I'm going to do Masterclass and I'm just going to copy this one here, clone it. And when I clone it, remember it asks you to make a new webhook. So this is send SMS insurance. Name it whatever you want. It's going to give me a new webhook. Don't worry about that title. Okay, fine. Save. Cool. So it's not gonna do, won't do one. I won't do run once, yes, yet. Okay, so now I need to go to GoHighLevel and I want to make the outgoing text message for them to schedule. I'm gonna put it in one of my I'll put it in Rosenfeld Marketing because that has an A2P number. So this is a technique we learned last night where you can use one sub account, your sub account maybe with an A2P approved number to email to text message everybody. So you can get right on board with your clients text messaging them. You don't have to A2P approve them. It's really cool. And if you know how to do tags, once you have that initial contact, you can tag them with this client and then route in your process message close bot and they can start texting it. So we'll do that too. Okay. So in my automations, yeah. So I want to go to send SMS. I'm going to make a new one here. So you see, I'll do send. So send send SMS insurance. Okay. So in here, I'm going to get a new webhook, right? So I got to copy this webhook. I'm going to go back to make. I need to put it here. This, if you remember, we did this. Hopefully you all saw the way this the way this text messaging thing works is the tool in VAPI is going to call this webhook. Okay. It's going to send through some data, the phone number from caller ID. This is going to hit a web hook and send that phone number. And that webhook is here. So I copied the webhook and I got to paste it into here because I'm going to try this once and you'll see why. So I'm going to do run once and I'm actually going to have to call it to have it trigger. So kind of complicated, but what I'll do is in VAPI, so now I can make the tool. Now that I have this webhook, now that I have the webhook, let me stop this for a second. You want to copy this webhook, save it, run it once. In VAPI with the new tool, new custom tool, server URL, that's the make webhook. and do save. Next. Representing name. Lead first and last name. I'll make a new one here. I'll make another one. That's required. I'll do another property. We'll call this city. Lead the caller city, because it's asking these questions, right? So I know that I'm going to want to store it somewhere. So I'm doing that right now. I'm getting ready. And I know that I want zip code. And then I want, let me look at these questions again.
The state.
Yeah. This is, delete that. Okay, state. Save, and then the caller's age. There is bank account. Do they have a U.S. bank account? A valid. And then I'm going to do a Boolean here. So they're going to be yes or no. Okay. We'll try it at least. That makes most sense to me. Save
Right.
that puppy. We also asked them about coverage amount.
Correct.
What else do we ask?
I
I think
didn't
that's
ask for a zip code, but I did ask for the city, but yeah.
Oh, you did ask her. Okay, no problem. Okay. And you can make it required if you want. I'm
Yeah.
going to just leave it as is. So the tool's name is send SMS insurance. Sends the details of the call to make, and then to GHL to send a text message for scheduling, and to the client about their new lead. Bam. Okay. Don't worry about this. Create it. All right, there we go. So just copy the name. And then you go back to your assistant, and then where it's sending stuff, or you say send them something, which is going to be down here. So if appointment, I don't want this. I want to say via the send SMS insurance tool. Dial out forward just to make sure that it knows that. I don't know what warm transfer is. I don't think that matters for VAPI, but we'll see how that works. If no interest, no problem, change your mind, feel to reach out. Have a great day. Okay, cool. And let's check the status of our friend VAPI. All right. So that doesn't work. So no problem. What do we do? What do we do? I will. See, I can't set up the webhook without hitting it once, unfortunately. So I might have to take a bit of a pause on the VAPI part of this. Matter of fact, we are going to have to take a pause because I can't do any more development. So,
Are you going to want to send a booking link with the SMS?
yeah. Yeah, I can set up, let me set up the, well, no, it's going to, so let's do this. So I'm going to make a new sub account for the calendar. I'll just do a blank regular account. C insurance. I'll put that in there so I don't forget. Okay. Business phone, doesn't matter. Cool. All this stuff. Fine. What area code are you at, Cesar? I mean, what time
Central
zone
time.
are you in? Central? Me too. Good old Central time. Okay. Okay, so now we have a sub account. I'm just doing this to get the link that I'm going to want to send in the SMS, right? So I'm going to switch to the sub account. So this is a great case. Like, even if they don't use your CRM and they just want to get the text message, they have to have an account in your CRM. So it's, they're going to use your GoHighLevel instance, even if they're totally adamant against it. And I've seen from firsthand experience, you show them some things, and over time, they're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I have that. Oh, I have that. So, all right. So I'm going to make a quick calendar. And we'll call it, just do it event type, event calendar. We'll call it booking appointment. Whatever, name whatever you want. It's got to have some gibberish here. 30-minute appointment, whatever. You guys know how to set up calendars. I'm going to do confirm. And then I'm going to preview the calendar. Now, you don't have a domain name. Like, I didn't hook up a domain name, so I have to use my link for now, but that's okay. You understand the concept. I'm going to copy that link here. I'm going to go back to my main account where I'm sending out the text messages from. And I'm going to go to our automation that we created because I can get that started. The send SMS insurance link. Okay. So that's going to be the inbound web. It's create a contact. It's going to send an SMS. And it's, hey, Bob, here's a link for you to schedule an appointment to discuss your life insurance needs. You can say whatever you want. Okay. This is a regular SMS to the client. I'm also going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to add a tag. I'm going to call this one insurance. You'll see why. And then I'm going to add another internal notification. And this is going to be to your client, right? But for now, I'll do it just to me. So from me to me, but you put your name in here and your client's name or whatever. Subject is new lead. Okay, so here I'll type something in. You have a new lead. Boom. I'll do name, custom field, custom value, contact name, phone. You'll have that. I have to make fields for some of those other contact points, right? And then you have time. Right now, time, whatever, depending on where you live, I do that. Date. I do month 11, 17. Yeah, that one. Bold these. Now, the one thing you're not going to have yet, because I'm not sending it anywhere, is there's no AI lead scoring. There's no conversation record, right? So I didn't do that yet. So how do I do that? I'll do that later. That's a more advanced thing. I'll figure that out later. But what I will do is this. This is enough for them to know about their lead. I've got to get in the details. So how are we going to do that? Right? Error while saving the workflow. There's a problem. Oh, shit. That's going to be annoying. Oh, user type. Custom email. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. So, damn it. I got to take this webhook out because it doesn't let you save it until it's working. And I can't do that until VAPI works. Darn it. Jerks. All right. So let me think here real quick. Let me take this webhook out. I have to do that again, but that's fine. More learning. Okay. So that'll save. I'm not going to publish this yet. Okay. So now let's redo this. So this is the final express insurance. It's going to make the outbound call. It's going to compliant introduction. And I'm going to make a note here. We created. So I'll paste the ChatGPT in here right now, I guess. Share. You guys will have this whole combo. Okay. Oop. Let me do this. Okay, so this is clickable. Okay, cool. So compliant introduction. Let me change these colors. Okay, so compliant introduction. Get get caller details. Ask pre-qualifying, and that's age, bank, and amount. Then forward to live agent. Oop. Or schedule the call with a booking link, SMS. Okay, and then we're not doing lead scoring at the moment. What we are going to do is we're send SMS from different sub account. And then what I'm going to have to do is on this make step here, and I might have to figure this out on my own and show you guys. I might have to make a webhook. So I'm going to have to make, let me think about this. So I want, if VAPI is hitting make is hitting a different sub account than the actual calling client, I'm going to need to, and this is new, so this could be cool. So I will need to make custom fields here, I think. But what I'm going to do is there is a step, and I don't know how to do it yet. If anyone knows, speak up, where you can send it to, you could work with another sub account. I can push stuff to a different sub account. And I know they just added it. It's relatively new. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's copied to another sub account. Let me remember
Is that in here?
Yeah, let me remember it.
Copy contact? Yeah, it's a premium. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one.
Holy crap. Okay, so this is great, guys. So you're going to have your one sub account with maybe a bunch of different clients' leads in there, but at least you could push those leads to their own sub accounts for them to manage. So you're essentially going to have two database entries for the clients, one in your master account and one in their account, which is fine, really. Okay, so that's awesome. Copy tags, copy custom fields, update contact if it already exists. Holy crap, that's awesome. Look at this, dude.
It's like I have a sub account for my outreach. So would this like be for your outreach? You use one sub account once they qualify or whatever, then you send it to your main account.
Yeah, this is a cool little feature.
Is that what,
it allows
is that
you
what
to
you're
send,
thinking? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm sure there's an incoming trigger on the sub account to do something else. Like I've never used it, but this is pretty cool. So that was
cool.
fee insurance. Okay, add tags to sub account. insurance. And then let me do one other thing. Now this isn't going to work because I don't have the incoming trigger, but watch, I can do it with the.
Put a tag in because that tag is going to trigger on the account as main copy too. So your trigger is your tag. Put a tag here so that when they go to
Oh, that's how you trigger the other account. Got it. Cool. I want this account. So this is my main account that called them. But I also want to be able to make sure that you could text with them. So let's do that while we're waiting for CloseBot. So if I go to automation and I go to my CloseBot, this is an old one, so it's got old stuff in here, but it's still working, it looks like. Process message. I think it's CloseBot's working. I can't tell. When was this last used? What's the date today? Oh, cool. Oh yeah, this guy I was supposed to have a meeting with this morning. I didn't meet with him. Oh, what do you know? My bot must not be working well. But I want to do this. So I'm gonna separate this. So I'm gonna do if else. I'm gonna call this router, tag router. So I can say this is the branch insurance. And I'll do tag added or tags includes insurance. Okay. And then basically I'm just going to copy this here. And now we're going to go to CloseBot and make a new bot. We'll do mortgage. Doesn't matter. I'm going to redo it. I just doing this. I want to grab this number real quick and I'm going to try it right away, even though it'll be a mortgage bot. That's fine. Okay. So then I'm going to go back to Rosenfeld Marketing. My main account. I'm going to click in here. This is so old. I'm including all this stuff. Look at that crap. Get rid of that. Save action. Save. Okay, cool. This is on. All right. So now what I need to do also is I need to make some custom fields. Oop. And I'm going to do a new folder. And let's call this client, C, whatever the name of the client account is. This will be C Insurance. So just make it easier. And I know there's a few fields in there that I'm going to need to fill out from Make called, who's raising their hand? Joey, what's up?
VAPI's back.
Baby's back. Back again. Okay, let me finish this up though, right? Okay, so I've got my single line age. Put it in the right group. You know what? Let me do a number. Client C Insurance. Cool. And then there was amount. Amount should also be a number, right? Amount, and that was a number. And then there was the Boolean yes, no, right? So I'll do drop down single. And this is a bank question mark. Yes or no. C insurance. Option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. Okay. Okay.
The citizenship.
Oh. That's going to be also a yes, no.
Right.
This is going to be one of the more complex builds we do during this class, I'm going to guess. I'll take some time on it because it's going to show a lot of cool tricks and back and forth and stuff that I'm inventing on the spot with y'all. All right, cool. So I've got some fields here. So let me try this. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to open up my contact. It's going to be a lot. Oh, that poor guy. He must have to book again. This is me. So let me put in the right number. Let me fill out some of this stuff. As if it came, as if it came through. I want to see this contact in that other thing. So age 53, amount 25,000, bank Yes. U.S. citizen, yes. Okay. I'm going to save that. This allocation does not allow duplicate contacts. Darn it. All right. So that means that there's 2 Josh Rosenfelds in here with a 248 number. There's another person with a 248 number. This is Steve Griffin. That's not real. Delete. Okay. Okay. All. Josh Rosenfeld. Phone number 248. It's good to know how to test your stuff and keep working even when stuff goes down. So I think this is a good exercise anyways, because stuff will break. All right. U.S. citizen. Yes. Amount bank. Yes. 25,000. And I am 53. Okay. I'm going to save that. Okay. Now age -655. That doesn't seem right to me. Okay. So now I'm going to go to that automation to send SMS automation. The Z SMS insurance automation. So it's not going to, it will call me, but I'm going to test it. Although I don't want it. This is going to mess stuff up. Let me get rid of this. Well, screw it. Okay, cool. Everything's set up. I'm going back to VAPI. So now VAPI. It's coming back up. It's slightly degraded. Well, let's see how degraded it is. Let's talk with it.
Hi, this is Victoria, an AI assistant calling about your request for final expense insurance options. Just to confirm, you opted in to receive this call, right?
Yes, I did.
Great. Let's get started with collecting some basic details. Can I start with your name?
Yeah, my name is Josh Rosenfeld.
Thank you, Josh. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
That would be 248-909-9353.
Thank you. Which city and state do you live in, Josh?
I live in Chicago, Illinois.
Great. Do you have an email where we can send more information?
Sure. It's Josh at thechatbotchallenge.com.
Thank you, Josh. Are you a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
Thank you for confirming. How old are you, Josh?
I'm 53. Does that matter?
That's within the qualifying age range. To proceed, do you have an active checking account with a U.S. bank for policy payments?
Yeah, I do.
Great. How much coverage are you looking for? We offer plans up to $50,000.
I need like 25,000 in coverage, I feel is enough. Well, hold on. I have a question. So what does this insurance cover for your final expenses? What is that exactly?
Our final expense insurance covers costs associated with end-of-life expenses, such as funeral expenses, medical bills, and other debts. It provides financial assistance to your loved ones during a difficult time. Would you like to proceed with speaking to a licensed agent to go over your options?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. That sounds great.
Goodbye.
Oh, shit. Okay. So close, but no cigar. So
Hi, this is Victoria.
I think it kicked me out. What do you think of that, Cesar?
Oh, that was great, actually.
Isn't it amazing? So what happened? So I said, how old are you? Blah, blah, blah. Coverage amount transfer. So this is, let me connect you with listeners. Would you like to speak to someone now or schedule a call later? If live transfer, dial out and warm transfer. If appointment, send them a text message to send SMS. If no interest, no problem. We change your mind. So I think that it kicked me out, honestly. So let me do something. So now let's keep going. So
Hey, Josh, I was gonna say the tool's not set up.
I know.
Okay.
What do you
I was
mean?
gonna say that's probably why it kicked you out because it didn't know what to do.
So if you do the call on the web, it seems to skip over the tools. It just doesn't do it. But I've never had it kick me out.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm about to call it. You got to call it to trigger the tool. So you got to get numbers. So I'm going to go to my phone numbers here. I've got this new number that I got yesterday with Twilio. I'm going to do select assistant. And I'll do, actually, no, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to take this assistant ID here, And I will take this dialer that I made yesterday, which is in the car dealership one. So since I set this up for y'all, where you just have to change a value, all I got to do is change the assistant ID, and then this new bot will call me now. So I'm just going to go to this automation. Make outbound call and send myself through it. And hopefully my phone will ring.
You can remove this message at any time.
Oh, darn it. It's because I have a trial Twilio account. Hold on. Let me change the number to a different number. I got to have the outbound number be this number. So copy that. No problem. Just change the custom value. Made it really easy. And you'll have this snapshot so you can put this into your own, however you want. So I got to change the phone ID, right? Didn't like that. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I haven't paid anything for Twilio, so it's not letting me do it for free. So pay your bills. All right. All right, let's do it again. Make outbound call. Make sure so again, I have this send SMS insurance make tool. I ran it once, and the reason is I need to see what the data is and have it send to, that webhook that we talked about. So, okay, so let me try it again. So I'm going to go back to here. Oh, no, sorry, my fault. Automation, have it call me. Oh, yeah, that's coming through as spam. Hold on a second. It didn't work. Yeah, it's going right through to spam. So let's see. How do I do that? Darn it. That's AT&T. What is it? That's shit. All right. You know what? Let me do this. I gotta go the other way. So I'm gonna go to Twilio. I'm gonna pay, jerks. All right. See, I have a trial account. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, jerks. All right. I'm gonna pay for Twilio. That's the problem, guys. Numbers coming through as spam. No bueno. Oh, jeez. Fine. Oh, jeez.
You want to use my number?
Yeah. Your outbound number? I have
Yeah.
other numbers. I can do this number.
Give me just a second.
No, I have plenty of numbers. I got to use my own Twilio account. I can't use your number.
No, I see.
Yeah. All I got to do though, let me try a different number in custom values. System or no phone ID. Add a custom value. Wait, that's the wrong one. I want to get this one. Okay. Yeah, there's no errors. I mean, it's definitely going through, and I paid my make bill, so that should be good. All right, let's try it again. Damn, my phone is just picking up with spam. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry about this. I gotta fix this real quick. That is in utilities, jerks. Here it is. Active armor. Stupid idiot.
Fixing the spam is an important thing for us to know.
Yeah, I believe it. Me too. All right, calls and text. Yeah, there it is right there. I can see them. Not allowed. So it says it was. Huh. Wait a minute. I don't think VAPI's working. I think VAPI's still down. No. Something's acting funky. There's no reason it shouldn't call. It's not coming through as spam, but it is buzzing my phone. Let me do it again. This number works all day long. I mean, I did this yesterday all day. So let me copy this. Try it again. Sorry, folks. But this is important. So here's the only way to troubleshoot it. All right, I'm going to do a different phone ID again. Okay. And then I'll have it call. Do it one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have it call one of you and see if that works. And you could just try it. Okay. See, because I'm going through the workflow. It just keeps doing that. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Block, 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 block. Okay. So let me unblock these things. Unblock, not spam. All right. So if you have to, honestly, like the way to fix this, I'll show you one way to fix it, at least, not the only way. So in order to fix that, one of the reasons why it's good to use Twilio is because they have all sorts of tools in there to like put in a caller ID, make it more like a legit phone number. So there is going to be some effort, which is one of the reasons why Twilio, they have support, this, that, and the other. It's kind of like, it's not the same thing as A2P, but if you get a number at GoHighLevel, you see they have all those like they have all those things to fill out to make it a more legit number. That'll help you with the spam. So let me do this again, and it should work. But yes, spam is a problem, and it's only going to get worse. Like them not letting us call.
I haven't had an issue with high-level numbers regarding spam.
It's working.
Assistant calling about your request for final expense insurance options. Just to confirm, you opted in to receive this call, right?
Yeah, I did.
Great. Let's get started. Before we begin, I'll need to gather some basic details. Can I start with your name?
Yeah, my name is Josh Rosenfeld.
Thank you, Josh. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
The one on the caller ID, 248-909-9353.
Thank you for providing your phone number. Which city and state do you live in, Josh?
Chicago, Illinois.
Great, Josh. Do you have an email where we can send more information about final expense insurance options?
I guess, yeah. You can do Josh at thechatbotchallenge.com.
Thank you for providing your email, Josh. Are you a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident?
I'm a citizen.
Perfect. How old are you, Josh?
53.
Great. To qualify, you need an active checking account with a U.S. bank for policy payments. Do you have one?
I do.
Excellent. How much coverage are you looking for? We offer plans up to $50,000.
I'll do the whole 50.
For specifying that, Josh, based on the information you've provided, you may qualify for coverage. Would you like to speak to a licensed agent now or schedule a call for later?
Let's schedule a call for later.
Sure thing. I'll send you a text message to schedule a call for later. Have a great day, Josh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Bye. All right, let's see if it worked. So it didn't call the tool. Hold on, lady. Stay on the phone. Damn it. So it didn't do it. Let's look at the prompt. I'm going to do this to make this faster for testing. So down here, send them a text message using the send SMS insurance tool. Oh, you know why it doesn't work? I didn't add it to the list of available functions. So always remember to add it to your list of available functions. Cool. Publish. And now for testing purposes, how do we test without me calling and having 10-minute conversations and costing money? I'm going to say, please. I don't know why I say please. I'm just going to say skip. A nice guy. What can I say? Skip right to sending a scheduling link. All right, let's see if that works. Well, I can't. I want all this data. Darn it. I got to send through the data. All right, there's only one way to do this, folks. I will have it. I'm going to call it. So the phone numbers, I've got this assistant here. I'm going to change it to be Outbound Insurance, but I'm going to call it. Okay. So let me call this number.
This is Victoria, AI assistant, calling about your request for final expense insurance options. Just to confirm, you opted in to receive this call, right?
I did. And let me tell you all the information up front. My name is Josh Rosenfeld. My phone number is on this caller ID. I'm 53 years old. I live in Chicago, Illinois. I do have a U.S. bank account. I am a U.S. citizen, and I'd like $50,000 in coverage. Is that enough information for you to qualify me and schedule an appointment?
Hold on a sec. Great. Based on the information you provided, you qualify for the coverage. Would you like to speak to a licensed agent now or schedule a call for later?
So something came through. Yeah, let's no, we're good. It kind of worked. It did a little funky. And the reason I think is because see, look, it came through. So I wanted it to you run it once, and the reason is it's going to send through this data so that I can then send back to GoHighLevel this data, right? So I need to add another parameter and get these different arguments that it sent through on that. When we built the tool, we sent through some data. Those are called arguments. So now this next argument is going to be we have name, phone, city. Excuse me. One more. Excuse me. That's an allergy. So the way that make works, it's really cool. And that's why it's called no code, is because to do this would take a lot of code. So all I got to do is look through here and this message tool calls list or tool calls. You go to function, arguments, and look, there's all the answers.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. This would have been college level course stuff. Honest to God, like 5 years ago, you'd have to go to school to learn to do all this stuff in one tool. So cool. So city, and you just follow through. This is gonna be awesome, guys. This is really cool. So city, state, and it pulled the data for me just by giving a good description on my tool build. The power is outrageous, folks. I mean, oh, that's wrong. So the name, and then you do the value here. This is state, and then do another parameter, and we'll do age, value 53. Select add parameter, and I'll do city, state, city. Did I do city already? Yeah, I did. I do bank account, has bank account. Value is going to be true, right? Yes or no? Hold on one second. JP Morgan Chase keeps calling me. Sorry, guys. Hello? Oh, Sorry about that, guys and girls. So, okay, so we're adding here has bank account and then one more parameter, coverage amount. And I'm going to grab this value here, 50,000. I'm going to save this. Now, here's the beauty of this. I'm going to run this again. Actually, before I do, watch. So we're working on from my original account. Remember we built this send SMS tool here, right? So what we're doing is we're trying to get a webhook. So this isn't going to work because I need to make a new webhook. Inbound webhook. I need to copy this webhook number. I need to go here. I need to paste it into here. It's going to be different. Look, it's going to change slightly. I want to save this. And I'm going to save it. And now watch. If you do run once again, it's going to send. Oh, shit. I got to do it again. All right. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, so that's fine. I got to do it again one more time. Sorry, folks. I'll do it fast.
Hey, this is Victoria, AI assistant, calling about your request for final expense insurance options. Just to confirm, you opted in to receive this call, right?
Yes, I did. And let me save you some time. My name is Josh Rosenfeld. I live in Chicago, Illinois. My phone number is on this caller ID. Hold on. No, you wait. I'm 53 years old. I do have an American bank account and I'm a U. Why you keep telling me to hold on, lady?
I apologize for the delay. Thank you for providing your age and confirming your U.S. citizenship. Next, do you have an active checking account?
Yeah, I do.
Policy payments?
I do. If you just give me a moment to let you know, I do.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay. Can you just send me a scheduling link? I'd like to schedule an appointment.
Just a sec. I've sent you a text message with a scheduling link. Please check your phone and choose a suitable time.
So this got triggered a little early, but let's look at the bundle. So there's this tool calls. I'm sorry. Yeah. The tool call function arguments. So it didn't have all the data. So it sent the tool prematurely, frankly. I was going too quick. So it triggered the tool too early. So it's not going to have the rest of the data, but that's how you kind of need to understand the hierarchy of a JSON object, which is what this is. And, and I kind of showed you where it is. So there's this argument, right? So let's do that again. I'm going to run it once. I'm going to wait for new data. And I'll do a little slower.
Just an observation. You didn't save the trigger on high level. Is that okay?
What do you mean?
Go to the high level. You didn't save the webhook.
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm almost positive I did. Let's see. How do you stop this puppy? Oh, save. All right, let's do it again. Snare is already running. Okay. Crazy.
Service for this number.
What the heck? I'm going to say that's impossible. Do that again.
Hi, this is Victoria, an AI assistant calling about your request for final expense insurance options. Just to confirm, you opted in to receive this call, right?
I did. Yes. Thank you.
Great. Let's get started. Begin. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, sure. It's Josh Rosenfeld.
Thank you, Josh. Could you please provide me with the best phone number to reach you at?
Yeah, it's in the caller ID, that number.
Got it. Which city and state do you live in, Josh?
Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you. Do you have an email where we can send more information about the final expense insurance option?
Yeah, sure. It's Josh at thechatbotchallenge.com.
Great. Are you a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, Josh?
I am a U.S. citizen.
Perfect. How old are you, Josh?
I am 53.
Great. To qualify for the final expense insurance, you need an active checking account with a U.S. bank for policy payments. Do you have one?
Yes.
Perfect. How much coverage are you looking for? Our plans offer coverage amounts up to $50,000.
I'll do 50. I'd like 50,000, please.
Thank you for sharing that. Based on the information you've provided, you qualify for coverage. Would you like to speak to a licensed agent now or schedule a call for later?
Yeah, let's schedule a call for later, please.
Give me a moment. Sounds good, Josh. I've scheduled a call for you with a licensed agent. They will reach out to you at the scheduled time. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right, I'll fix that in a second. All right, so let's see what it sent through. Bundle 1, message, tool call list, 1, function, arguments. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't get my email. But that's okay. Well, we know that it works. I'll get it later. Okay, cool. So now this function, remember we were doing this to make it trigger this webhook. So we're back to where we were. So this webhook, which is here, it's waiting for data. So now when I click sample fetch sample requests, I want, oh, this is new. They just added a timestamp on here in the last 24 hours. That's very helpful. So I'm going to click the top one. This is the request that just came through. And look, there's all the data, right? Name, phone name, city, state, all that stuff, right? So when I save this trigger, GoHighLevel is automatically going to add this create contact field where it checks to make sure that the phone. So I do this. I do standard field. I do full name, and then I add. Then I do the response from the inbound webhook trigger, the query parameter name. Okay. Now I want to do phone number, and this is how it doesn't do. This is how it prevents duplicate contacts. Right. So I'll do phone, and I'll do inbound webhook trigger phone. You have to do this. This will not let you get past here unless you do these two things. So now look, there's the trigger, there's the webhook. Going to create the contact. I can get rid of one of these. These are almost the same. There was one in there already, but I'll get rid of this one. Okay. So now probably should be working. So now the trigger's working. Let me save this thing here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to make, and I'm going to click on run once again, and it's going to say, do you want to use the existing data? I'm going to say yes. And hopefully I'll get a text message. Yep. So I got the text message. It says, Josh, here is a link for you to schedule an appointment to discuss your life insurance needs. And it opens up the calendar. So boom, right? Opens up the calendar. So that works. And then now we wanted to see if it sent the contact into the other workflow, right? Let's do that. C insurance. So in C insurance, if this worked, I should have a contact in here called Josh Rosenfeld. Holy crap. And then if I go down here, did it add in? So I've got to add it should have given me custom fields. I said send through the custom fields. Didn't I? I did. All right, I'll have to fix that maybe later today. So the other thing that it's doing is it should have sent me an email, right, to the client. So let me see if that worked. Yep. So there's my new client email. So the client will get the email, right? So there's the lead got the calendar, the client got the email. And then, oh yeah, so I wanted to try one thing to see if it works. So we connected a new bot, remember? So let me respond to this text message and see if the routing works. So I'll say, Hi, tell me more. Now, I didn't make a bot yet. I just made a new bot, but I haven't edited it. I just want to see if it allows me to do the full circle conversation in one account with multiple clients, right? And that helps a lot. Then they don't have to do A2P. So hi, tell me more. Yep. Hey there, are you looking blah 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 blah? So it's just going to the wrong bot, but it is triggering close bot. So I'll fix that later. We're kind of out of time for today. So Julio, what's up?
Just a question. Why did we did the copy the contact to the main other account?
So,
Why did we
because
do that?
so C Insurance is the client. He's only going to have access to this sub account, but he doesn't have an A2P number. So I'm using my agency account to do the texting for him, but I'm sending it into my agency account. I've got a copy of that contact into his account when it comes in from Make, because or else it wouldn't know that it existed. Does that make sense?
Okay, got it, got it.
All right. Are there any questions for today? I'm going to finish up now. Caesar, are you going to be here tonight? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be on
All right.
tonight.
So, folks, I'm going to continue this build tonight because I think this will be a solid build. We're getting a more advanced VAPI build. We're going to take data. And then what I'm going to do, Julio, is I'm going to get the conversation through my agency account into the contact in his account. Well, I need to do the analytics. I'm actually going to need to do the analytics on my Rosenfeld marketing account. So we're going to flow that out. So what we're going to do is we'll finish this flow too and flesh out the send SMS from different sub account because it's actually pretty involved and there's a good reason to do it. Notifying the client's easy. Notifying the lead, send notify client. Okay. So we'll finish this up today. You have access. You guys all have access to this Lucid doc right now. Any comments, suggestions, questions? Thumbs up if you thought this was pretty good stuff today. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Thank you. But, just start playing around, folks. I will see you all at 6 o'clock. And we will continue. Joey, yes, sir.
Quick question, just general, since we're doing the outbound, do you have any like outbound AI that you're doing right now? Because I threw it in the chat earlier, but I have someone who's interested in that, but I'm just a little worried about,
I've never had a client be willing to do outbound AI, but in Australia, they're more willing because there's less rules there. So I do have a client in Australia that's just totally all for it right away. I feel that there are rules.
Can I just point out, the new TCPA rule was that you had to have one-to-one consent when you make outbound calls, but that's been paused for another 12 months. So that rule did not go in place with the new administration. So that's been paused. So TCPA compliance is basically back to the way it was before. So
that's awesome.
they're trying to do B2B again. I'm not super smart on, like where they're getting the list from, all that stuff. So it's like
B2B, the TCPA does not apply to B2B. So it's just B2C that the TCPA rules apply to.
Yeah. So that's why I'm inclined to do it, because they're reaching out to businesses. They're trying to call, they're like, they help a business scale and grow. And so they're looking for businesses. And I'm like,
they can call as many times as they want. They don't have any compliance against calling businesses.
Yeah.
Good to know. And the other thing is this, you can, that's why you get different numbers. If it gets shut off, just use different numbers. That's why you don't want to use their main number for all this chicanery. Yeah. So knowing how to use Twilio or go out of GoHighLevel and not anything. I love GoHighLevel clearly, but anything I can do to get out of GoHighLevel, just like you don't want to have all your eggs in the Facebook social media basket. It's the same thing, right? GoHighLevel, as you saw, VAPI crashed live. It happened. So you pivot, you're on the phone with a client. What do you do? They're going to call and complain. I had a client, the lawyers they weren't complaining that much, but they complained enough on little stuff that I made a tech support bot just to answer their incoming calls. And then I put that into a Slack channel from Make so that the team could get Slack messages when clients are complaining at night to at least stay on it. So if you do offer this service and it's a 24-hour service, having VAs at least be able to just at least check and look at these status updates. Even writing a script to look at these status updates, because these are API related. You can make your own tool so your clients can see statuses. I haven't done that yet, but it's possible. Okay.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. All right, cool. Thank you so much, folks, we're halfway done with this thing. Thank you for sticking with it, and I'll see you this evening. Have a great day.
All right, awesome.